everyone and welcome back to the club. In today's video I will be reviewing the Emil 2 Tier 9 heavy Swedish Tech 3 tank from the European line, and I talked in the previous review about the Emil 1, and this time we're gonna focus about the Emil 2. I played with this tank already more than 100 battles, 139 battles exactly. I got 62% win rate with it, and yeah, 2.2k of average damage. So we can see this tank also is insane, and we can do really a lot of damage with it and have a solid win rate with it. I'm gonna show you how to achieve this in this video, how to play correctly with this tank and how to drive this vehicle. So let's start with the equipment, what we need for this tank, consumables, provisions, and then I'm gonna show you the armor of this vehicle to show you the weakness and the strength spots of the armor, and then we're going to jump straight to the battlefield. I got for you two nice battle replays, played with me, showing you how to drive this vehicle and what can we perform with it on the battlefield. So the difference of the Emil 2 compared to the Emil 1, the previous tank, the tier 8 one, is that it's a no-to reloader, no more a no-to loader, which is pretty good. So we can see there we got 9.8 seconds of reload time if you use calibrated shells, which I highly recommend to go for calibrated shells and have maximum of penetration. Yeah, and for the second and the third shell we have the same 9.8 seconds of reload time. For the first shell 11 seconds. That means it's better while playing with this tank to always fire only your third and second shell and use your first shell only in let's say if you have problems, you must fire your first shell in critical situations. Otherwise, try always to fire your second and third shell. Of course, if you must use your first shell, use it, but really only if you have to do it and not I'm gonna show you later. Playing with this tank, it's all about, let's say, timing, organizing yourself, which and when, in which situation and when you should use only one shell or two shells or three shells. It's all about this. We don't have after that a very long reload time like with the Emil 1, 22 seconds. We have, for example, if you fire one or two shells, you have only, let's say, 10 seconds of reload time, and if you fire your first shell, we have 11 seconds of reload time. So it's all up to you. If you fire without waiting, after that, after reloading for 9 seconds, fire it again and fire it again. Or for example, if you fired already 3 shells and you wanna wait just until all of your shells are reloaded, or just fire again after firing your first shell. So it's all about timing and organizing yourself while playing with this vehicle, and it's all about where are you, in which situations you are. Should you wait till you reload all of your shells, or should you just keep firing? So that's what I will try to show you with my battles later on the battlefield. So, but definitely go for calibrated shells, we will need them. Supercharger, refined gun, defense system, enhanced armor, of course, enhanced tracks, improved optics, engine accelerator, and high-end consumables. Provision, I'm going for mobility, for more mobility, and also for the grilled salmon to have a bit more of TPM and have also a better view range. Of course, that will make a huge difference. Here we can see we are saving 1 second for our second and first shell, a second and third shell, and that's really that will make a bit of difference while reloading. You will feel it that we can reload faster, and definitely use this grilled salmon to have a faster reload time for all of your shells. Consumables, I'm using here the multi-purpose restoration pack, repair kit, and of course the improved engine power boost. Like playing with the Emil 1, we will need this, for example, to rush on an enemy and to finish him very fast, or also if you are in critical situations, you fired all of your shells and you need to fall back to reload in peace, just use this to fall back very fast. So it's very useful, always use this improved engine power boost. that will help you a lot. And don't use the engine power boost only. This one is really perfect for this tank, and that will give you a huge boost of mobility in critical situations. Alright, so we talked about the reload time, penetration 330mm with premium shells. If using calibrated shells is really insane, and with that we will be able to penetrate most of the tier 10 and 9 and 8 heavies, of course. We have 400 damage per shot. That's really insane. That means we are going to deal in a meta. If, for example, fire, we have 3.5 seconds of reload time between shells. In 7 seconds, 1.2k of damage. So we can just finish a tank in a matter of 7 seconds if it is, for example, it has only 1.2k of damage left, or of hit points left. The mobility is not bad for a heavy tank, especially if we use the improved power, the improved fuel. That will boost you a lot and give you 40% of more speed. You can imagine we can reach up to 40 km per hour or more with the improved fuel. Armor is insane. We're going to check it out now closer with the armor inspector. And yeah, for me it's really an insane heavy tank and nothing to complain about it. Well, yeah, this is the frontal armor of this vehicle on flat ground using enhanced armor and without enhanced armor against a tier 10 heavy tank. So we can see a huge difference with enhanced armor, without enhanced armor. So definitely go for enhanced armor. So what are we going to do with this tank playing on flat ground? Try to wiggle your tank left, right, left, right, left, right to confuse the enemy, and with that we will maybe block some damage. We can definitely block some damage with this tank, or we can also play hull down with this vehicle. We can use our 9 degrees of gun depression, which is really very insane. Go like this, and yeah, look at this, guys. So we have an insane gun depression, and with that, this part here will be hidden and the enemy will see only this, and it's really very hard to pen. As long as the enemy is not using premium shells, and that's actually most of the time, not every player will switch very fast to premium shells. Of course, we have to be more careful because, for example, the AMX 50B using his premium shells in hull down, we are safe, but in flat ground, we are really very easy to penetrate, for example, like this. But we still can, maybe if you're unlucky, if we wiggle a bit, we can block some damage. But against heavy tanks, premium shells on flat ground, we are penetrable. Without premium shells, we still can block some damage, but the lower plate here easy to pen. But against, for example, we are a tier 9 vehicle, against a tier 8 heavy tank, we are really very strong. Even they are using premium shells, we can block a lot of damage. That means, yeah, if you are playing against tier 8 and 9s, we can really risk a lot, rush front line. We can even go in flat ground, wiggle our vehicle like this, and you will definitely block a lot of damage. To be sure, to make sure that you are safe, just go hull down, use your gun depression, sneak your shots in high ground, and you will also be safe and block a lot of damage. In this case, the AMX 5100 is using premium shells, and even on flat ground, he will struggle to penetrate our frontal armor if we found a way how to, for example, save our lower plate here. Against TDs, of course, we have to be aware, definitely. For example, I don't know, tier 9 TD, let's take the Foch, for example. He will easy pen us, especially if he will use premium shells, but we are still safe if you are playing hull down, for example. Again, even the Foch ATD, tier 9 TD with premium shells cannot penetrate us. Tier 10 TDs, the hull down position will no more help us against tier 10 TDs. They will pen us anyway if we are hull down or not hull down, okay? That's we should actually we should be aware of. Tier 10 TDs, they will penetrate us very easy. We should be very careful against tier 10 TDs. The rest, yeah, just wiggle your vehicle or go hull down and you will definitely block a lot of damage. And the first battle was played in Himmelsdorf. I'm going with my mediums using my engine power boost, reaching with that 34 km/h, and I'm rushing and trying to have my meds, of course. Ooh. The TVP was smoked. So yeah, let's keep going. So, as I told you guys, it's all about playing with this vehicle. Should you save your shells or should you fire all of your shells? And it depends on the situation. Right now, for example, why I fired all of my shells? Because I'm seeing that the enemies are far away from me, so I just use my first shell, and while relocating, while rushing on the enemy, I can easy just, reload in peace. I'm still not getting pushed, so I fired again. Who cares? I wanted to go for more damage, and now I will try to reload before the AMX rush on me. Having a look around me, who is with me. My teammates are here, so I'm actually not in a lot of pressure. So I will try to hide first, reload also my third shell, and then go out and fire all of my shells again. Here we go. I'm reloading. And boom, I finished. Now I can fire my 3 shells. I saw that the 6 CTP just shot, so he got a long reload time. I can, in my 7 seconds, do a lot of damage, then fall back again. I got that my teammates got my back here. I'm not worried a lot about the AMX 50B and the other 6 CTP, so I can just reload again and wait in safety here. And this is what you should do with this tank. Always having a plan. Looking around you, looking on the minimap, and you decide, should you go out now, should you risk it, fire only 1 shells or 2 shells, or just wait until reloading all of your shells and then go out again. And that's what I'm doing here. I reloaded all of my shells again, using my improved fuel to rush on the 6 TTP, another shot maybe on the T30, but I decided to fall back and wait until I reload my second shell again, maybe my here I used again my first shell. Even I was reloading my second shell, but I saw that I can finish him with 1 shot, so why not to risk it? There is anyway. Look at this, I'm bouncing, my armor wiggling left, right, and that confused the T30, and with that also I blocked that shot. So even on flat ground, against, I don't know, the T30, it's a tier 90D, yeah, a tier 90D, I was able to block some damage. Yep, it's tier 90D. So that was the first battle here for this review, going for 3.4k of damage and blocking nearly 3k of damage with this vehicle. So the average battle with this tank, I mean, you can easily go for 2k of damage, or like me, 2.2k of average damage after 140 battles. It's really easy, and that doesn't, let's say, it doesn't matter if you win or you lose. You do your best with this tank, and you will always actually be able to do your damage, your 1.5, 2k of damage on average, maybe a bit more, just playing like this. Last but least, this battle here in Oza Spawns, I'm going again heavy side, medium side, sorry about that. Only 2 of my teammates going heavy side, that's why I decided to go with the mediums, and I'm already rushing on the E50. I was so close to finishing, but I decided in the end not to fire my first shell because I wasn't very sure if I would pen the E50 or not, and I saved my shell until I reload again all of my shells and then go out again, and yeah, keep farming damage. Here we go, 11. So look at this insane accuracy, even from distance. There is no accuracy issues. I'm taking a heat shell, but I wasn't able to penetrate the Emil 2 of the enemy tank even with my heat shell. So again, showcasing us how strong the armor of this vehicle is. So I will stay a while here in this position because I'm actually safe here, and my teammate, the IS-8, right now, he's spotting the enemies. I will use that time to reload and also use this position to play a bit hull down to hide my hull and try to farm some damage from distance. Here we go. Of course, I'm seeing that the enemy is trying to capture the base, so we should now do something and try to defend the base. Here we go, the Kine 81. Sadly, I wasn't able to pin him, but as I told you, if you play like this in hull down positions like this, that means the enemy can see only my turret from this position, and that's going to be very hard to them to penetrate our frontal turret. Even we are playing here actually against tier 10s, so as I told you, against tier 9 and tier 8s we can even play more aggressive, and for example the M103, also a tier 90D, wasn't able to pen us, so no problem, we can block a lot of damage with this tank and rely a lot on our frontal armor and frontal turret and upper plate. Only 3 enemy tanks left. I'm trying to finish the Emil 2, but he is hiding right there, so maybe we can finish K91. I wasn't aiming on him. Now the chance to finish the Emil 2, then turn around for the K91. And that's also the strength of this tank, having 3 shells in the magazine. That means we can finish a lot of low HP enemy vehicles thanks to our 3 shells what we have here and the auto reloader, which allows us to fire it again in just a matter of seconds. It's not like the Emil 1, we have to wait 22 seconds. So all in all, it's really an insane vehicle, it's fun to play. All we have to do is to organize ourselves when exactly and in which situations we should use all of our shells, or we should save the first shell, and or we should save the first and the second shell and use only the third. That's the only thing we should know, and that's what I tried to show you here in those 2 battles, how to do that. So again, in this battle we blocked 2k of damage, a perfect showcase to show us how insane is the frontal armor of this vehicle, especially the turret and the upper plate, and we were also going for 2.3k of damage. As I told you, that's actually the average damage. What are you going to do in every battle with this tank? From 1.5 to 2k to 2.5k of damage. It's actually easy, and we can of course go for much more damage with this vehicle. That's it, and with that we arrived to the end of this vehicle. To the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If yes, you know what to do. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new watching my content, and see you soon in the next review or live stream or video, whatever guys. Bye bye.